Earlier this year, we got to test drive the brand new Porsche Macan GTS. It was beautiful, it was red. We shot it in the summertime, it was sunny. Now we have another Macan upon us, except it's not sunny, it's not warm at all, it's freezing cold, I'm sick, there's snow on the ground. But this is a pretty exciting vehicle. Why? Because this base Macan now starts at just over $52,000 Canadian, which pretty well makes it affordable. So what do you get with a base Macan, seeing how it can be actually half the price of something like a loaded up GTS or a Macan Turbo? Well, first of all, you don't lose out on any of its good looks. You have that clamshell hood, you have halogen lights. You don't get the bi-xenons unless you get that as an option, and you do get LED light treatments. Standard are 18-inch wheels. This does have the optional 19-inch turbo wheels, and you can pick those up for just under $1,900 for the package. You have folding mirrors. In the back, you have those great tail lights, the dual exhaust, and overall, it pretty well looks very similar to the other models. The inside of the Macan, very similar to what we saw in the GTS, other than some things like an Alcantara roof. All these things you could actually add on, like piano finishes, things like that. But this is the base as it comes. Very nice, beautiful leather steering wheel. It has those nice indents, just like in that GTS. You have those redundant rolling volume knobs, huge fan of. Now, as for creature comforts, being that I'm pretty sick today, I'm really appreciating heated seats. These are Alcantara line seats, very cushy, very comfortable. You can get 18-way power seats and different seats as an option. These are power heated seats in the front. Also heated steering wheel, standard equipment. You have a 7-inch screen up front. Now there's no navigation, but you know what? Who uses Navi anyways? I have Navi on my own car and I never use it. I can count on one hand how many times I've used it in the last couple of years. Usually if I'm traveling somewhere else where I don't know the area, I'm usually using my phone. So 7-inch screen, backup camera, standard, as well as you also have parking sensors front and rear, which is a big bonus. No panoramic roof in the base model, but like I said, you get a lot. You have that beautiful center console that you have in the other Macans or even in the Cayennes and the Panameras. Overall, a great looking, feeling, and usable interior for this Macan, this base model. There is one little thing, however, that I'll put on my wish list. The Porsche Entry and Drive, which is their keyless system. You know, all manufacturers have a different name for it, where you can just go up to the door, you pull on the door handle, it opens it up, you just turn a knob or push a button and the car starts. You don't have to use a key, you can just keep it in your pocket. That system, it's becoming more and more common in all vehicles across the board, whether you're looking at entry-level compact cars or luxury cars, they all have it. And of course, it's available in this vehicle, but it doesn't come standard. And in order to get it, you have to get another package on top. And that package is over $7,000. Sure, that package includes heated and cooled seats in the front, heated seats in the back, Bose system, stereo, lots of other things. But I just want that option only because once you've had it, you just can't live without it. So the biggest difference between the GTS that we drove in the summertime and this base Macan, of course, is the power plant. I'm just gonna wait till we get onto some pavement here. We're just on snow. Okay, that's a little better. Anyways, instead of a 6-cylinder turbo, this base Macan is a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine, and it puts out 252 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. Now, driving around in the city on the highway, I've had no problem with it, and it's quite a very capable engine. It's not very buzzy, and that's one thing that I've noticed on some of the other competitors with their 4-cylinder turbos. They become a little bit buzzy, but this one's very smooth. I gotta be honest though, to get the most out of it, or just to have a little bit more responsiveness, I do put it into the sport setting. And that just, it seems like it really livens it up, and it's just handier for when we want to punch it and just get past a few cars, and if you're weaving in and out of traffic, for instance, which this car is very good at because of its size. It's not that big, yet you ride a little higher, but it's not super high, so it doesn't have that real tall center of gravity. Just like the GTS, this Macan drives just as sporty. Of course, it doesn't have the bigger, more powerful brakes. It doesn't have the extra over 100 horsepower, but it does a good job of it. Now, you can equip this vehicle with other options. You can equip it with a torque vectoring system, the air suspension, and in conjunction with the air suspension, there is an off-road button. What it does, it changes the actual ratio of the drive system, which this is the all-wheel drive system. Mainly a rear bias system, but at any time it can go from 100% front to 100% back on this system. This is not the same system they use in the Audi Q5, their Quattro. This is Porsche's different system. Power goes through a 7-speed PDK, or their dual clutch system, and that comes standard with all Macans. And you do have the option of going into a manual mode, and you have beautiful metal paddle shifters. And once again, this all comes standard. This Macan is also equipped with a lane departure warning system, and that also comes standard as well. So once we put it in manual and it's in sport mode, it really goes. 0 to 60 is only 6.7 seconds. Doesn't sound very fast, but it feels a lot quicker than that. If you get the Sport Chrono package, which this one does have, you can shave off 0.2 of a second, make it 6.5, and you get that, oh, there's that lane departure right there, and you get that nice clock in the center as well. Been driving it predominantly in the winter here. A lot of snowy streets and a couple of snowstorms. This is not equipped right now with winter tires. It does have all seasons, and I have had no problem whatsoever. I've went into some deeper drifts just to check it out, and it tracks true. I'm sure with proper winter tires, this thing would have no problem whatsoever in any type of snowy or icy conditions. I gotta be honest, I'm actually quite surprised. When I found out I was gonna be testing a base Macan, after driving that GTS, I'm thinking, yeah, well, you know, what's it gonna be like? It's not gonna be very exciting, that's for sure. But it was opposite of that. The vehicle feels extremely nimble, very lightweight. You can really toss it around. Like I said, if you're in traffic, you can zip in and out. You get those paddle shifters, you can have a lot of fun with those. And the 4-cylinder turbo is more than adequate. So unless you really need or really want the power or the prestige of having like a GTS or a turbo, check with this one out. You might surprise yourself, and you can save a lot of money to maybe take a lot of vacations to somewhere warmer instead of cold winters like this. Or for me, to buy a lot more cough syrup and cold remedies. Sure, you can outfit any Macan with as much as you want. Pretty well the sky's the limit, and everything's a la carte. So this $52,000 base Macan can skyrocket up pretty quick. But based on what comes with it and the standard features, for a lot of people, this is all you really need. And the best thing is you own a Porsche. So if you've always wanted to own a Porsche, this here is your gateway. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more everyday reviews, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.